fastest show in sports.
Bill Belichick was the savior of North Carolina. He was going to come in, he was going to turn it around, he was going to make it like a National Football League franchise. Bill even said that. He was going to build it like an NFL team. And then UNC loses to Clemson 38-10. People are bailing out of that stadium at halftime. It was bad. I mean, these are players right now who absolutely have no effort. There's nothing on the field. It doesn't look like any player really gives a damn about what they're doing. It just looks as if they are just running around, basically just trying to stay hydrated, I guess. It's an awful team to watch play. It's where I'm sitting here in the studio and I'm watching the game while I'm working. I had to turn it off. I had to go to something else because the game was embarrassing to watch. And it's embarrassing to watch for a guy like Bill Belichick, who without a doubt has lost the team. I don't know if he's lost his touch, but he has lost this team.
What are you seeing that's dreadfully missing from North Carolina? Right?
Something important in this matchup between these head coaches, like the sermon slayer against the sugar daddy. There's one team that believes in their head coach, and there's another team that doesn't. And I think it's that simple. Clemson has certainly underperformed this year, right? I had them in the national championship game, as I'm sure a lot of people did around the country, including sitting at this desk. But they responded to Dabo. They believe he's all about culture. This North Carolina team, it takes zero talent to give effort. There's things that you're watching with the naked eye on television that you can see, which means the film's even worse, that just aren't there. And that is a reflection of one person and one person only, and that's Bill Belichick.
See, here we get down to business. Bill Belichick came into North Carolina as a Super Bowl winning coach. Huge resume. Everybody admires him. Well, that's not... I'm going to stop myself right there because not everybody admires Bill Belichick. I know a lot of people who can't stand the guy. But when it comes to his ability to coach, he has proven that he can coach and he can win. But from the moment Bill Belichick arrived on campus in Chapel Hill, it was almost as if it was playtime for Belichick. It's as if he became another person entirely and just didn't give enough of a shit to do things right.
It has been interesting to watch the entirety of his tenure there in Chapel Hill because it came with such fanfare. And we kind of assumed he actually said he was going to build the 33rd NFL team, right? He was going to do it exactly as he had done it at the Patriots. And yet he has done everything exactly opposite of the Patriots when it comes to distractions. The distractions have been plentiful and mostly caused by him, right? With all the attention on a book deal, whether it be his personal relationships, it just has been a distraction. And the other thing that they did was they gave him the keys to the castle with respect to finances to go out and get a roster. They're paying him handsomely. They're paying his coaching staff handsomely. His general manager came with him from the NFL. So they did all this evaluation themselves. And when you watch that product on the field, it looks as if they got stuck with this hand. And in today's day of college football, you're not stuck with anything if you have the resources. Right. And clearly, they have the resources.
Yeah, but let's deal with that for a minute when it comes down to resources. North Carolina has the money. They brought Belichick in. They allowed him to go ahead and set up his staff. They paid through the nose to get this guy because they were certain that he was going to turn the program around. Granted, Belichick came in and gave them a tremendous amount of push in the marketing and the sales side. Everybody excited about UNC. But here's what everybody misses with the Belichick story. And even Belichick himself missed it. I think Bill Belichick, his hubris and his arrogance got him into this trouble, and he can't back out so easily. Belichick comes in and he figures that, all right, I'm going to go ahead and blow everybody out. I'll start from scratch. And because it's college, I'll rebuild. It won't take long to rebuild thanks to the transfer portal. I can bring players in. Here's where everybody screwed up. North Carolina screwed up, Bill screwed up, but in the same breath, it was inevitable that they would. Even before Bill Belichick got to North Carolina, why would a top recruit want to come play for the Tar Heels? Football. Basketball is different. But give me one good reason why any top prospect, any A+, I don't know what they call them these days in high school recruiting, but tell me why one of these great players would want to come to North Carolina. It's because the players want to win. Number one, they want to get a chance to win. But more than that, they want to get a chance to make money. And in North Carolina, you're not going to make the money that you can at other places. And you're sure as hell not going to win a championship. You're not even going to contend for a championship. Finances take time. Investments take time. That's why they call them investments. And in North Carolina, they have to realize, as does Bill, as does every fan, as does everybody associated with the program, has to realize that this is an investment. Bill Belichick will not turn North Carolina around in 1 year. Certainly not now. Maybe if he came in and North Carolina won 8 games. 9 games would have been great. But let's say they win 8. Okay. Kids are going to want to come play there because they see a possibility. They see a team on the rise. Right now they see a team that's what? 0 for 142? Just kidding. But they see a team that's not going to go anywhere. So it doesn't make a difference. Bill Belichick is not the draw. If I'm a great college football player, if I'm somebody that's looking for a place to play, Bill Belichick is at the end of his career. He either didn't or couldn't take a job in the National Football League, which is where he got his fame, so he drops back to college. What, I want to play for a retread and also ran? And not only that, but then the guy brings in his baby girlfriend to go ahead and be part of the distraction, and his book, and his TV show, and the reality shows, whatever it is. Bill, you screwed up. You basically thought you were bigger than the game, and you're not bigger than the game. You're still Bill Belichick, and when it comes down to North Carolina, you are now 0. You are not Bill Belichick, the Super Bowl winning coach anymore. You're just a coach of a pathetic college football team that's going to have to make a number of investments. You are stuck with the resources that you have. Admit it. Just, kids, you're stuck with what you got. You're going to do your best to clean it out. But in cleaning it out, you're going to get worse. And you're going to have to rebuild then through the portal, which might take 1, 2, or 3 seasons. And does Bill Belichick have that in him? Does he want to stick around for 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons maybe? I mean, North Carolina won't bounce him, not with the money they have invested in him. And surely the buyout clause will cost them a fortune. They're not going to do it. But Belichick has got to realize you just can't cash and win anymore. The players want to cash and win, but you can't do it as a coach anymore. North Carolina at this moment is a failed experiment by UNC, by Bill Belichick, by everybody associated with that program, because they all figured that they could go ahead, bring Belichick in, and huzzah, we'll go ahead and be winners. You're not. You're not going to win a national title. You're not going to win a conference title. You're not going to win a national title. It's going to take a long time. And I don't think Bill Belichick is in it for the long haul either.
Ed Berliner, the fastest show in sports.